All right, all right, all right. Hello out there in Line Dance Land. I am your host, Queen Sheila of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, and we have an exciting show for you today. I am so excited. I mean, we have been preparing for this day and for this interview, and that's what we do for every interview that we have. But we're really excited today. So I'm going to bring my co-host in, and then we're going to introduce our guests for this week. And my first co-host is all the way from Gibsonton, Florida, Mr. Marquise Christopher. What's up?
Hey, what up? What up, Pete's? How y'all doing? I hope y'all
Good. How are you?
all as well, all as well. How about you,
That's
Queen?
good. Good to see you.
I'm
So
trying
you
to share
ready
your
for the
page.
show?
Yeah, I'm trying to share your page to it's on YouTube, and I'm trying to get it, see if it's on Facebook.
If it's on Facebook. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So I'm going to bring in our second co-host all the way from Montgomery, Alabama, none other than Sandra Hill Coston. Hey, Sandra. What's up?
Hi, how's everyone doing?
All as well.
Good.
Glad to
Good.
be here. Glad to
Yes.
see each of you.
Yeah, we missed you last week.
Yeah. I
Me
told
every day.
her.
That's all right.
It was
I
good.
missed you all too.
Yeah,
You
that's
had a
good.
good time last week? Sandra, you had a
I
good time?
did. I really did.
It was at a wedding, right? Didn't you say? Was it a wedding?
No, it was actually a concert.
concert.
What was it? Cupid and Big Rob and Tucker, and I thought about y'all when Tucker came on.
Oh,
Forget about me. Forget about me. Man.
I see. Yeah. Well, today we have an awesome guest on the show today. I'm so excited. All the way from Columbia, South Carolina. Hi, Washita. And we're getting ready to bring our guest in, and his name is none other than Franklin Jones, all the way from Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, Franklin.
Hey, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. It's good to have you. We appreciate you coming on and talking with us today.
Thank
And
you.
everything,
Thank you
all
so
the
much.
good stuff. So we always get started with, well, we usually talk about the weather. So we know how the weather is in Florida, hot. How is it in South Carolina?
Very, very hot.
Oh, very hot too? Okay.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yes, it's just, I mean, I think it's hot everywhere, but it's funny because I'm from DC. So this time of year, it's starting to get cool. We have the little cool nights and stuff. And, you appreciate the heat when it's cold. But when it's cold, I mean, when it's hot, you be like, oh, I need the air. I wish it would hurry up and get cold. And then when it get cold, we like, oh man, I'll be glad when it get warm, summertime.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
we always want that we don't have right then, but it's all good. It's a blessing. So we're going to start with Franklin. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Well, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised.
Okay.
I graduated from Benedict College, HBCU here in Columbia. My major was social work. Okay, so I have my bachelor's degree in social work. And I currently work for the Department of Correction. I've been working for correction now going on 16 years.
Okay.
And, yeah, a long time. So I got about 7 more to go, and I'm going to finally retire.
Okay.
And, yeah, I can retire, and then now I can really do some line dance all day, every day.
All right now.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good. And I saw some other things. You also were a substitute teacher or are a substitute teacher?
I started off as subbing when I was fresh out of college. I actually was substitute teacher and working at Department of Correction at the same time. I was working night shift. And then when I got off in the morning, I would come home, change, wash, change clothes, and then go straight to school and sub. But when I got promoted, my hours changed. So I went from night shift to day shift. So I couldn't get no hours in for subbing. So I had to stop. So I actually was substitute teaching for about 10 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
what
you still have your sanity?
Huh?
I say you still have your sanity after messing with some kids for 10 years.
Dealing with inmates on one job and kids' job, and sometimes I used to get confused. I used to treat the kids like inmates and the inmates like kids. So I did that for 10 years straight. So, but I love both of my jobs. I love working at the prison, and I love working as well. Matter of fact, when I do retire from the prison, that's what I plan on doing. Part time is going back in the school system and work.
Okay.
And what grade did you sub for?
I did all grade levels. I did elementary, middle, and high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
When I started subbing, I started in the high school. Because I didn't really want to go to elementary because, the elementary kids, you with them all day long. And I was, I really liked the high school kids. But then when I started going to the elementary school, I started enjoying elementary. So I think the elementary kids, I think was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Probably because they're so innocent too. Not all of them, yeah.
Yeah, not all of them now. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wish that we could go back to how we were when we were like elementary age, because you know how you're on the playground, everybody's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
This my friend. You just met him 2 seconds ago. This my friend, and we would play together and get on the swings and the merry-go-round or whatever the case may be, and just play. And nobody was worried about anybody. Nobody was against anybody. Everybody was friends. Everybody was just friends. And that's something that seemed like it's hard for us to do as adults. To just let your hair down, just meet new people, and just have fun.
Have fun,
and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, enjoy life. Yeah.
Yes, enjoy life. So I wanted to say, I'm gonna let them talk. Go ahead, Sandra. I saw your hand. You got something to say. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just wondering, how did you get into line dancing?
That's a good question. Actually, when I was working at the prison, it was one of my coworkers who was already into line dancing. He was going. I'm sure y'all know Sandy Thompson, right? Y'all heard of Sandy Thompson, who was actually one who brought line dancing to South Carolina.
Right.
Yes.
She did stuff, right?
Okay. So he was going to Sandy class. So he said, and I used to love to dance all the time, And he said, Frank, he said, you should come join me in line dancing. And I was like, really? I was like, I don't know about all that. So I started going to class, and I really started enjoying it. And I've been doing it. I've been hooked ever since. And that might have been about, I say about 12, maybe 13 years ago.
Okay, so how did you transition from going to class into teaching classes and hosting Fourth Sunday?
Okay, so like I said, I was just a student. Then what it was, I was actually, when I was subbing at a middle school, a teacher there who knew I was taking up line dancing, she said, Frank, she said, why don't you become an instructor here at the school after school for the parents and the teachers? So I said, well, I'm not really no instructor. I said, now I can send you some instructors. They said, no, we want you. I said, okay. I said, well, I'll see what I can do. And so I started, the classes. We started off with the teachers and the parents. Next thing you know, we opened it up to the public. And that one at the middle school that I was subbing at the time is where I actually first started my teaching line dance classes at. And after I think we was doing it every Wednesday afternoon, and I've been going ever since as an instructor.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your Fourth Sundays.
So we call it a Fourth Sunday social. Every Sunday we just all of us get together from South Carolina, and we have dancers from Charlotte that come down as well from North Carolina, and we just go on the dance floor, let our hair down. We just dance, have fun. We normally do it at a place where it's like a bar where they have food and drinks and whatnot, and it's just a way to start your week off. Before you get ready to start your work week off, we just have a little fun and just enjoy us. Just have a good time, enjoy ourselves, dancing, and do what we like to do.
Wow. Now maybe you can share. Now y'all, I ain't trying to take over, so y'all chime in whenever you want to, Marquise. Queen, But one of the things that I have noticed, it seemed as if the line dance family in Carolina is so connected.
Mm-hmm.
How did you all accomplish that?
Well, we all kind of started line dancing together. A lot of us been line dancing for a long time. And like I said, we started, most of us, especially in the Columbia area and other areas too in South Carolina, we started up under Sandy Thompson. And then a lot of us kind of branch off and started our own classes and, and different things like that. So, but no matter what, anytime somebody have an event, we always come together as one. If I have an event or even different y'all know, of course, Ron D. Every time Ron D have his big event in Greenville, we all go up there and support him as well. Mm-hmm. So we just we just consider ourselves as one big family. That's why a lot of times we just call ourselves the South Carolina Soul Line Dance Community.
Okay.
Instead of having, this group here. Even though we all got different names, but when we're at one, we're known as just South Carolina Line Dance Community, because that's how we represent ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, y'all seem to have a really big dance community. I first met Wendy. When I first met Wendy, Dotson McKinney from Augusta.
Yeah, from Augusta.
Yeah,
right.
she took me to South Carolina to Sir James. Sir James had a all white or something, and I happened to be in South Carolina with my husband, and he went for a convention. And so I met Wendy, and she was like, "You should come and go line dancing with us." I said, "Wendy, I don't have no white. I just came. I just came for the ride." So my husband I had to go to the mall and get me something white to wear, and we had a good time. And that's when I really met the South Carolina community, because it was like big and it was nice. We had a great time, So I like the camaraderie and the blending of all the different teams, but everybody was on one accord, just dancing. Everybody just wanted to dance
and having fun. Yep,
and having fun. You're right. Yeah. We didn't have to wear masks then either. That was really fun.
Yeah, and Queen, Queen, I think I met you at Wendy event. That's where I met you
at Cheryl and Woodhouse, right?
Was it Cheryl Woodhouse, or was it Wendy when Wendy had the Halloween party in Augusta?
No, I wasn't at that one.
You wasn't at that one? Okay, I thought
wait a minute. I've been to so many. I'm trying to get it together. Okay.
This was a while back when Wendy used to the Augusta Steppers used to have the big Halloween party.
You're right, because the guys had on the Halloween costumes at the big party in the gymnasium.
And I think you and Cole, and it was like a big group of y'all.
Yeah, we brought a bus. We usually come in the bus. That's why they call us the bus.
Yeah. And that's when I met you, and I know I met you and Cole, and I was like, oh wow. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to head down to Florida and hit one of their events, because they know how to party.
Yeah, we love to have you anytime. We love to have you. And then we danced together at Cheryl's. Remember, you was an instructor at Cheryl and Woodhouse. 19.
Who
was it? Was it Cheryl's in 2019?
That's probably Claudette's.
Cheryl,
is that when Cheryl and Wendy combined?
Combined, yes. In 19, you were an instructor.
I was supposed to be there. I didn't make it to that because, I do a little DJing on the side too. And that particular weekend, I had to DJ at a wedding.
Okay. Maybe it was 18 though, because I saw you there. You were an instructor at the one I'm talking about.
Was that the one in Augusta? Oh, wait a minute.
In South Carolina.
The one in Charleston.
Yes.
I was there. You're right. I was at that one. I thought you was talking about the first one that Wendy was hosting. But this is the one that Cheryl and Wendy.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
I'm not sure what year, but we had a good time.
Yeah, I was at that one.
But I saw you. I said, "Oh, I know him."
Look, I done been to so many events, I can't keep up with them.
I know that. I truly understand.
Okay. Hey, so
Frank, do you only dance or do you choreograph as well?
I do have a few dances out there. Matter of fact, the last dance that I just choreographed was a dance called "Take It to the Disco," which is the music by Tucker. And the reason why I did that one, somebody actually asked me to choreograph that one because Tucker had came out with a contest for this new song, "Take It to the Disco," and one of the ladies who was an Eastern Star, she said, Frank, she said, just try to put some steps together to this dance, to this new song by Tucker, and see if we can win this $1,000. So I said, okay. I said, let me see what I can do. So I was, home chilling, and I put the music on, and I just threw some steps together, and the thing I know, everybody's been kind of like South Carolina, like been doing it, take it to the disco. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, I'm getting a little tired of this dance. I'm but yeah, so I do have a few dances out there. I know that one, and then I also did one with oh God, I can't even think of his name. I can't even think of it right now, but I got about 2 or 3 of them out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that come easy for you? Choreographing?
Somewhat. I kind of like, I'm more like to, see what other people are doing and teach their dances. I'm not too big on choreographing my own dances. I mean, I can, if it's nothing wrong with it, but I like to go on YouTube and see what other dances are out there, and bring other people dances to, especially that's people from that's outside of South Carolina, and bring their dances to South Carolina.
Okay. So can you tell me 2 dances that you are currently doing outside of South Carolina?
Outside of South Carolina, let me see. I just had class yesterday, trying to see what I taught yesterday. Because now what I'm doing now, since there's so many new dances out there, so I've been kind of going back to the old dances because we forget about the old dances. But I know, trying to think, what did I do yesterday? Actually, yesterday I taught the dance that came from Jacksonville called it's an old dance called "Come Get It, Babe." Y'all remember that one that I think the Pepper Steppers kind of put together? I'm not sure if y'all remember that one or not. It's an kind of old one, but I did that one yesterday, and then trying to think what else. Some of Katina Katina Daniels, and I do a lot of Lady D stuff from, I love Lady D from New Orleans. I do a lot of her dances, and I see she out with a new one that she made for Roy Anthony. So she hit me up. So every time Lady D come up with a new dance, I'm be the first one she hits up. She was like, Frank, I got a new dance for you to take to South Carolina. I said, okay, send me the music.
I know. I actually saw her shout out to you, and I was like, "Oh, he all into Zydeco, huh?" Oh.
Yeah, I love Zydeco. I do. I love fast stuff. I'm not really into the slow dances, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if it got an upbeat to it, and because I like Zumba too, so I like to kind of mix line dancing and Zumba together.
Okay.
I like the hip hop and all that stuff like that. So if it's a fast beat and it's got that Zydeco to it, hey, I'm down for it.
Okay. We want to say hello to Eleanor Jones and online person, Melva. Oh, that's Melvina. Hi, Melvina. Melvina and Eleanor and Washida. How y'all doing tonight? They tuned in online. Okay, go ahead. You were saying something. I'm sorry.
So you were saying that you enjoy Zumba.
Mhm.
You also enjoy, do you enjoy stepping?
I'm not really big on stepping. I like to watch it. I love to see the steppers out there on the floor doing their thing, but I'm not too big on it because I'll step on your toes in a minute. So that
Okay, I forgot. It's too slow, right?
yeah. Yeah. So I'm not too big, but I love to watch it. I love to go to a lot of theirs and just sit there and just like salsa dancing. I'm not big on salsa dancing doing it, but I love to watch. We have salsa night at a club here in Columbia, and a lot of times I may go out there just to watch them on the floor, just doing their salsa and everything. It's fun to watch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, do you have any background in dancing before you got into line dancing?
Not really. No, I just
So
ever
how
since
does
I was
that?
in elementary,
Okay.
I just love to dance. And before line dancing, I was just on the floor just doing whatever the music do, I do. Yeah, I was doing the two-step.
You weren't no break dancer, were you?
No. Now my brother, and he was more like into that kind of type. My older brother, he because he used to love to dance too. So, and he actually took classes to do. He actually took a break dancing class, like the hip hop dance and stuff. He actually took classes for that when of course when I was much younger then. Yeah.
Mhm. So let me ask you this question then. Why and this is the question that everyone want to know in most cases is where the men at? Why the men ain't line dancing from your opinion? I mean, because you very rarely come across brothers that's out here dancing.
I know, and I do everything. I try to get the guys, especially here in South Carolina, to get involved. I don't know how now like up north, you see a lot of guys on the dance floor.
Right.
But for some reason down here in the South, it is hard to get the guys to get into line dance or get into dancing, period.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with the guys in the South, but they just not into the dancing like that for some reason. They like most of what I see when they go to the club, they like to watch. They'll stand up on the wall and they'll watch all day long.
Right.
And the ladies now like we go to like the old school club like the VFW and things like that. The guys in there, they like to do the two-stepping and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like line dancing, it's hard to get them to get involved with that for some reason.
You have an idea what you think that might be? Like that's causing a lot of brothers not to really get into it?
I don't know if they, I don't know if because they think it's not I guess a macho thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just for some reason the guys in the South just won't get into it. And it's actually a guy actually was the one that, like I said, my coworker who was a male, he was the one that actually got me into line dancing. And now he's not even doing it no more. He didn't stop line dancing. He didn't got me hooked and he didn't jump ship on me. So
he was
say hello to Kevin.
Huh?
Checking in from Texas. We want to say hello to Kevin Thompson, checking in from Texas. Hey, Kevin.
Kevin, I hope you're practicing, Kevin. Yeah. Hey, Quinn, real quick, Kev. He had the audacity because I got the whole advanced challenge going on.
Right.
So him and his wife do one of the dances, but they supposed to be working on another one. And he tried to give me this line about how his shoulder is causing him preventing him. But every day this brother doing push-ups on Facebook.
His shoulder hurt. I understand, Kevin. I'm with you. I get you.
They got to do with dancing though. But yeah, so I mean, how do you because your group, y'all do a lot of traveling for the most part, would you say?
Yeah. Now a lot of time it's kind of like right here in South Carolina, we like because we be
everything local.
Kind of like local, like a lot of us, like this Saturday, we'll be heading down. Y'all, I'm not sure if y'all know Claudette Morrison.
Yeah,
y'all know Claudette. Yeah, everybody know Claudette, of course. And she's having her event this Saturday. Matter of fact, I'll be DJing for that event, and
Okay.
so we'll be heading down to Georgetown, which is about 2.5 hours from where we're at. So we'll be getting up early Saturday morning, heading down to her event this Saturday coming. And
Okay.
So we do a lot of local, but we go out. I mean, especially if Charlotte, which is about an hour and a half away from us, but
Okay.
we'll go up there because they having an event in October. Gilbert Evans from Charlotte, she'll be doing her Halloween party. So a lot of us will be going up there on at the end of October. Yeah.
Okay. So you're a travel agent, right?
I am. I'm a travel agent as well.
Man, I tell you, it's all right. You got your hands in a little bit of everything. That's a good thing. So have you planned a trip for your group, to go beyond Carolina?
Yeah. Now actually when we went to we've been to New Orleans. We did a bus trip to New Orleans for Lady D event. We also did one in Florida. I did one in Florida when Cole had his event in Orlando.
Okay.
So we did a trip for that. So yeah, and a lot of times, people, even if I don't go, but if they ask me to put something together for them, I try to put it together. I get the bus if they want to do the bus or the plane, or either I have them to go on my website to kind of look at the hotels and see what the hotel rates are, and and I book it for them. If I don't even go, I still will help them plan something if possible.
Something that I noticed, Franklin, that a lot of, well, not a lot, but several male line dance instructors are also DJs. Is that the new thing?
I don't know. And I really can't even say how I started DJing. Somebody just asked me to start I don't know who it was, but somebody asked me to come to their party and do some music for them.
Okay.
And I said, okay. I said, no, I'm not no DJ or anything like that. They were like, well, you got a speaker and a computer, right? And you got music, right? And yeah, that's all you need. I said, okay, then cool. And ever since then, I've been doing weddings, birthday parties. I got a wedding coming up in October. So hey, it's just something
It just kind of go together. So are you the type of DJ though that come from behind the table and get out there on the floor with them for a little bit?
I run back and forth. I stay. I don't even wear. Everybody in soccer, I know I don't wear shoes on the dance floor. I dance in my socks.
Yeah.
And I slide from the DJ booth to the floor, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. I be bumping my toe, everything, running to music, running back to the floor. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a question from something I saw on your site. We had a video on there. It's Time by the Winans featuring Teddy Riley. It was on one of your videos on your site. That is my favorite gospel song. From way back when my mother was living and she was a pastor. She would have me to do that song. It's time, about that time, y'all. Time to make a change. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You had to think about it for a moment.
Oh my God. It's an old one, like from way back, in the day, but it was something about that song. It's time to make a change. Something we've been doing that's not working. It's time to make a change. Let's do something new. And for some reason, that song, just that. But I love the Winans, and I saw you say you love the. I love me some Winans because they just get down. They get down.
I love old school gospel. I have nothing against with the gospel music that's out there now, but it's nothing like the gospel music that you grew up on as a kid. Listening to at your mom's house while she cleaning or whatnot like that. So I love that old school gospel.
Yes. And then, do you have any gospel line dances? Any that you choreographed?
No, I've never choreographed in a gospel, but I do a lot of them. I do, if I see someone that has a gospel line dance out there, then I definitely will, I teach it, I bring it to my class all the time. I know one of my favorites was that just what it was, War. Remember, y'all know the dance War, and
Yes.
Mark Christopher, the one who passed away. Christopher Mark, that's right. Christopher Mark from New Orleans. He came up with the dance War, and I love that dance. I try to bring that dance back, every so often as much as I can, because it's a good fun dance. Of course, I love that fast stuff, so it has that upbeat music.
and of course, and stuff, huh?
Yeah, I love that. And then of course, John Woodhouse, my favorite, with the gospel line dance that he did, Work It Out. I love that. Yeah. I even have my class with that dance. I even have my students to bring their tambourine, and they be in that dance. We be doing the line dance, the tambourine and everything with that. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So look, so Frank, did you grow up Pentecostal, Apostolic, Kojic?
No, I actually grew up in the Methodist. I grew up in Methodist and Baptist church. What? Yeah. I grew up. My mom Methodist, my dad is Baptist. So when I was 12 years old, I joined the church. I joined my mom's church, which is the Methodist, and my brother joined my dad's church, which is Baptist. So I grew up in the Methodist and Baptist church.
Okay. Now, so how did you shift to that beat right there?
Well, I mean, now sometimes I know y'all think that the Methodists don't know how to get down, but sometimes we know how to, we know how to do our thing sometimes. One thing about the Methodists, we keep it short. We keep it short.
Okay.
We Pentecostal. Yeah. No, we know how to calm it down.
I got.
Yeah, we calm it down. Now Pentecostal and Apostolic, they can go all day shouting, but but the Methodists people like, okay, now we don't believe in staying in church long. It's time for y'all to sit down and let's move on with church.
So hey, Frank, have you been to the UC yet?
I have not. I have not been to the UC.
What's up, Frank? Holla at me, man. What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I have not made it up there yet. And I've heard, and I sit there and look at the videos, because everybody posts on the videos, and I'll be like, you know what? I have got to get up there to the UC Awards, but it seems like January, it's a busy time. It's hard for me to get off from work, during that period because the year just starting. And we starting over with our new, physical year. So during that time, it's kind of a lot of time. I really can't take vacations until close to the end of the year, and that's why I do a lot of my traveling around December, around Christmas time. Is when I go on my cruises. And matter of fact, this December I'm supposed to be going to Hawaii. Supposedly, I'm paying my money, but the way the pandemic is going, I don't know. But so usually December is when I do a lot of my traveling, because I know January is hard for us to get off that time in the year. But I'm definitely going to make that happen soon. I'm definitely going to get up there soon.
So speaking of the pandemic, how did your class survive the pandemic? How did that happen?
We stopped for a minute. We was doing we started doing a little bit of virtual. And then I think we started doing virtual for about 2 months. And I talked to some of my students about it. I said, well, y'all, how y'all feel about going back face to face? And they said, I'm ready. They said, I'm tired of sitting up in the house. I'm tired of looking at you and your computer keep messing, and I can't catch on to the steps because your computer keep freezing up. Let's get back to the classroom. I said, you know what? Let's do it. I said, just make sure we wear our masks, keep our hand sanitizer. And I tell people, if you feel sick, stay home. Don't try to come to class. And we've been dancing ever since, because this virtual thing, it just ain't the same. And then it was kind of boring to me, because I'm in my living room talking to and I'm used to people talking back at me. I'm used to fussing at my students, because they back there talking. I'm like, can y'all be quiet if I put y'all in the corner? I treat them like little kids, but we like to have fun. And I'm like, I can't do this. I'm sitting here talking to this doggone computer, and I'm like really bored. This is boring. So what I started doing is actually inviting some of the line dancers to my house, and we would do it in my living room and do virtual as well.
Okay.
So yeah, because me doing it by myself and just looking into the camera and just talking to the screen, it was so boring to me. I couldn't do it no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Isn't it about time for trivial question?
Sure. Yes, it is.
Okay, Marquise, what you got?
Oh God! Let me go to get mine out of the way before she start coming with. So, where did Mr. Franklin Jones say he was from? Born and raised.
Okay. We're gonna take answers via the chat box. Put your answer in the chat. Where the question is, repeat it, Marquise.
Where is Mr. Franklin Jones born and raised? Where is he from?
Okay, if you know the answer, you can win some money. So type your answer in the chat box, and the first one that answers correctly will win $5 whole. Go get your cup of coffee. Maybe not at Starbucks, but somewhere, 7-Eleven or something. Anybody out there know where Frank? I know they are. Let me tell you, they on the computer, Franklin. They is typing on Google and Facebook, and we want. They'll answer in a minute. So why they try? Oh, there is.
Nope.
Oh,
she said she missed that one.
Yeah, she missed that one, so she didn't get that one. Okay.
Well, Washita, I'm gonna talk to Frank a little bit longer, and maybe you can figure it out. We're gonna give you about a couple of more minutes, okay? Frank, so when you brought your members in to your home and start dancing, did you? I'm sure it made it easier for you to do your Zoom call. Is that correct?
It did.
Okay, but I guess the students that weren't there, they still didn't like it. They preferred to go in. Is that what you're saying?
They was ready to go back in on the dance floor, because a lot of them, I knew they wasn't dancing. A lot of them were just watching, and I kind of know the ones that were just sitting there watching. And I said, and because they said it's just no fun, because they was in the, it's no fun, because we cut up. We in the classroom up all, especially my Friday class. That's my wild class. I have when I got new. When I have new guests coming to the Friday class, I have to let my students know to please be on your best behavior. I'm like, please do not show out like y'all normally show out, And they were like, and I got one lady, she was like, whatever. She was like, once she been here after 5 minutes, she family now. I'm like, hold on, I have to apologize to I'm like, y'all, I do apologize. I know they wild, y'all. They're a wild group, and these are older ladies, but they love to cut up and they love to have fun.
Yeah, fun, and that's what it's about. It's about just enjoying life, because tomorrow is not promised, and we all know that. But sometimes we don't remember that. I'll do it tomorrow. I got this. I'm gonna do. But if you have fun today, you have nothing to regret. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I'm gonna have fun. Let's do this. Let's just have a good time.
As an instructor, what challenges do you find that you face as being an instructor right now?
Trying to remember all these dances.
Yes.
It's so
Yeah.
many dances, and you know, sometimes I be teaching a dance, and I be like, wait a minute, is that right? And I be like, you know what, y'all, hold on one second, let me play the music right quick, because you know, because once you hear the music, the steps will come back to you.
Come back. Sure
But
do.
you know, that's about the biggest challenge I may have is trying to remember all these dances especially when, and I try to, before I do a class, I try to see what I'm gonna teach ahead of time, and I go on YouTube to make sure I'm doing the steps right, to make sure I'm right. But a lot of times I get on the floor and I be like, I didn't miss a step, and I be like, well, you know what? They ain't gonna remember no way. So oh well. So
I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Mike.
Are you ready? You ready for this? So, Frank, man, you know, one thing. All right, so I talked to Kenny J a while ago, and one of the tips he warned me, he said, as a man, be careful in this community because the women are out there. You know what I mean? And so I guess the question would be for you, like, have you experienced any mess in regards when dealing with women as far as either them coming after you as a man, because he says something about a man in position and in power and influence, it draws a lot of attraction at the same time. And at the end of the day, we have a lot of beautiful women that is in the community.
Right.
So how you as a man be able
to Marquise? Oh, I'm sorry.
Anytime.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. Most of the ladies that I dance with are older than me. You know, most of the it's not too many females in South Carolina that dance that's my age. Most of them look at me more as a little brother.
Oh, how old are you again? Right.
I'm 40.
40.
Yeah, wow. I'm 40 years old, but I'm probably the youngest. I don't think it's probably nobody that really, it may be about one or two that's younger than me that line dances, but mostly everybody that line dances here in South Carolina is really older than me. Okay. It's like 50 and up, especially here in Columbia.
You seem like you got an older soul about you. You know
what
I mean?
Well, I got old school parents, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so most of them look at me as just a little brother, a little play brother.
Let me correct this, because you said because you 40 and you got older. Now, if you said older like 60s and stuff like that, then I get it. But trust me, bro, these older women, they be after younger brothers like you too. So
okay.
They be on a whole nother level approach too. They're like, bring your dinner or something. Serve you some kind of way.
You say they going after the stomach.
They ain't coming with the booty shorts. They coming out with a full course meal.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the older women that's in the line dancing, they look good for their age. They do. They look good for their age. I got this woman in my class. She's like 71, but she looks absolutely nothing like 71. And she don't carry herself like she's 71. But she you're right. There are a lot of them that really looks good for their age, but still, they don't. I'm just like, I guess I'm like the older ones that's in their 70s. I'm more like they son. They treat me like I'm their son, basically.
Yeah. So what about the ones in the mid 40s and the early 50s? What they are to you? What are you them? You ain't no little brother, are you?
Well, the thing about it is, to be honest with you, we really don't have too many line dancers that's in the 40s, in the 50s. Most of people in my class, because a lot of the people in my class are seniors. Okay. And so majority of the people in my class are really 60 and up.
Oh, okay.
I may have a few that's in their 50s, but I really don't have much students in my class that's in their 40s.
Probably a
so,
big
thing. I'll be looking at them.
I said, so Marquise, he said he don't have that issue.
He said,
no, I don't have that issue. You say, Marquise, you might have that issue in Florida. But we don't have that issue in South
So
Carolina.
Susan, tell you, I'm telling you, you get
Yeah,
that
we
big
play
40.
baseball.
No, we don't. I don't have that issue in my class.
That's good. So,
I'm more like a little brother and a son or grandson. That they look at me more that way.
but the thing
That's
is,
what you think.
yeah, right.
That's how
Well,
that's how
now,
you see
now
them.
they
That's
do-
not necessarily how they see you, though.
Tell her,
Well,
Queen,
if they do, they have never showed it.
Okay.
Sis, they want to look at me the wrong way. I'm like, yeah, hello, man. Hello, sister. Let me get your teeth first. She said, I can take them out. Nah, we good. But no,
I imagine that it's hard for you young brothers, though. I really imagine that it's hard for you because there are a lot of cougars and tigers and all them other animals out there in the female community, that's after y'all brothers. So
hey, Frank, see, you don't travel as much yet, but as soon as you start traveling a lot more, there's a lot more attention that'll come to you because, like I said, we are a rare species that's in this community,
right?
You know what I mean? And so, and then you're single, you carry yourself well, and this, that, and you got the energy, so you get on the flow. Because I remember you in Claudette's event, you was doing Heritage Hustle. Was with one of the dances.
Oh yeah, Heritage Hustle. That's a good class.
So yeah, so and then so I already know how you get down on the floor at the same time. So you figure you traveling more, you hitting all these other cities and states and all that stuff, and you're the only brother in there sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, you ain't gonna be able to stay holy that whole time, you know what I mean? You get cash everywhere, you're like, Lord, forgive me. You know what I mean? That's what I was told. Nah, but yeah, it's real life.
Oh yeah, that's what you told, right, Marquis? I understand.
But it's real.
Marquis, you are so smart.
Hey, it's real out there, and I get it. And you hear from a lot of brothers that's been in the industry, in the community. They've been exposed to a lot of the mess at the same time. So I was just curious how you manage where you're at. And I see right now there's a lot of scenes where you at. So as we get you out a little bit more, I'm kind of curious how you manage to handle the situation in that time frame. You know what I mean? So. Because it's real. Yeah. It's real out there, bro.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do one more trivia. Zonda, you have one before I do mine?
I'll let you do yours because if they can't get Marquise.
Yo, Lord.
Frankie, we have a joke going on because these two right here, they take you to church.
They
gonna ask you some stuff you won't even remember.
Be like, what color shirt that Franklin got on? He, on the other hand, what blood type is Franklin?
Isn't that crazy? What did Franklin say? What was one of his favorite dances? Oh well, no, what was Franklin say the dance that choreographed? What was the name of it? One of the dances that he choreographed.
That's good. That's good, Queen. And Washita. There go my girl.
There go Melva.
Hey,
Melva. That's Marquis' favorite person to be online.
That's it.
I'm starting to realize, Queen, we're gonna have to be more specific in these questions. I mean, she got it right, but we're gonna have to be more specific in these questions because, boy, I tell you, they ain't what you said. This is what you said, and they'll answer exactly what you asked. So,
okay.
You gotta be careful. But that was
okay. So Washita got that first answer.
Yeah, it was.
He got part of it.
Right.
He wasn't born. He was born in South Carolina, Washita, but what part? Oh, look at Washita. Take it to the disco. You go, girl. Taking notes.
Washita be like, oh yeah, he from New York. Like, where in New York? From the United States.
Okay.
Okay, Kevin
said it.
So Kev said Columbia, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yes. That's it.
Right. That's right.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess. Now.
I think it is. Well, you know what? Before we move on to our announcements and our shout outs, just, just to help out, what did Frank say? Because we kind of talked about how South Carolina, they are such a big family. But he said when they all come together, they acknowledge themselves by a certain name. What was the name that he gave? Hey, Frank, that's not hard, is it?
No.
Frank, who gonna know that answer? The people from South Carolina, right? Only.
He said it. Frank told us. Yes. But,
a quick tip: go on his page, and find the answer in his photos. I'm sure he was advertised.
They actually got shirts that's made with the name on.
Okay.
Nice. I love it. But I must say, I love the love that Carolina holds for each other. And it appears, I don't know, but just on the outside looking in, it appears that one is not greater than the other. And it's you all just come together. It's like, hey, I'm here to support you. It's not no big eyes, little U's. We're
right.
Okay.
So I
but they're not playing with y'all today. Okay.
I love that. I truly love that. And I pray that even just flows over into our even I'm gonna say from Alabama. I look for that here in Alabama.
I mean, what tips can you give to other states on how to kind of have something that you guys share? Like, is there any tips that from what y'all experienced, what y'all did, what could y'all provide us to learn from that?
Just realize that life is short, and that and line dancing is all about having fun,
right?
And I kind of, anytime I send a message out about an event or class, I always end it that I always tell people to live, laugh, love, and line dance. I always end my messages like that, because that's what line dancing is all about. It's about living, laughing, loving, and just having fun. And when my classes are in a lot of our classes, we just cut up. We like to laugh. We like to have fun. When we go to different events, we do the same thing. We just try to enjoy life. It's not about a competition. I know there's a lot of groups out there that always trying to see who can outdo each other and stuff like that.
Right.
It's not about that. It's just about just enjoying life and and fitness and exercising and just enjoying yourself, having a good time.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, D. D just tuned in. Delia D. Hughes. How you doing, D? Okay, it's time for our announcements, because I know we only have 6 minutes left, y'all. We've been having so much fun, Franklin. It's been so awesome talking with you, and the advice and things that you're telling us has been great. So we have to move on to our announcements at this time. The first thing I have is subscribe to our page. Hit that bell notification so that you'll get a message when we're on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. It comes on every Sunday at 7:00, unless we post something different, but usually every Sunday at 7:00. And then we have the 2021 Annual Urban Dance Symposium. I'm sorry, but it's sold out, so we don't have any more room, but maybe you can get with us next year. For that, it's October 1st through 3rd here in Tampa, but it is currently sold out. Inbox us to ask questions, 813-407-1216, or you can go to our page and leave us a message. It's Let's Talk Soul Line Dance at gmail.com. Excuse me. And let's see. So we are taking donations to keep this podcast going to Cash App. You can Cash App us to $THESOUL LDC. Oh, sorry, yeah, the LDC, or PayPal is paypal.me/Queen Sheila. And I think that's what I have. So for us so far, Marquise, you have an event coming up, correct? Next year?
Yep. April 29th to May 1st. Florida, we having an event. It's the lit event, Line Dance Invasion in Tampa. We got quite a few people that's going to be attending, if anything else. So we excited, man. And I know you like that energy, bro. So you might well come on through, because we're going to give you that fire anyway. So, but yes, we got quite a few things going to be set up. Hotels are already available too. Tickets are available, but they are limited. So you ain't get it now. You better get it before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to close the doors on you. We're going to have to lock the doors like lean on me. Lean on me.
Yeah. That's actually my birthday weekend, because my birthday is April the 30th. So
makes all the sense.
That might be a good thing, a good trip to go on my birthday.
Yep. Sound good, right, Marquise? Sound good. Zandra, do you have anything coming up?
No, I do not. But I wanted to ask Frank. I know he has the 4th Sunday coming up.
Yeah, tell us about your 4th Sunday again.
Is there anything else other than that? But after you tell us about it.
Yeah, every 4th Sunday we get together at a place called. We used to do it at the VFW, but I changed the location to another place on the other side of town. But we just get together for around 5 o'clock, and we dance until we get put out. Usually, we supposed to end at 8, but we never end at 8. I think last time we stayed there to almost about 10. Especially with D Hughes, y'all know D will stay on the floor all night long, and I have to put the music off. I be like, D, we got to go to work. I know you don't have to, but we do. So
we do.
But we just so we just get together and have fun at the 4th Sunday. And I do have an event.
Tell everybody where you have your dance on the 4th Sunday.
It's called, I'm trying to, because it's a new location, so I'm trying to think of the name, but I think it's called Grill, and it's Columbia, off of a street called Rice Meadowway.
Okay.
And I do have a flyer for that event. So I will
definitely on your website or on your Facebook page.
On Facebook, I'll put it out on the Facebook with the details, and there's no charge. D said 3. D said 301. So that's it. It's 301 because it's on the address is 301 Rice Meadowway. Okay. But I definitely will. Matter of fact, I'll probably do that tonight and go ahead and put the flyer out about that event for Sunday. Okay. Now, and I do have every year in October do an event for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so this year we're going to do it at the State House at our State House ground outside. So and we do it every year. We started off. I think I've been doing it now for 6 years with the breast cancer. And now, and the breast cancer event means more to me now than ever, because last year my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. But thank God they did caught it early. Okay. So they was able to go in and so she's doing well. She's she's still, both my mother and my father both have cancer. My father, he had cancer going on for about 12 years now, but they still doing their thing. That
praise God,
hasn't stopped them at all.
That's a blessing.
It is. It's a blessing. My mom, she's 78, and my dad is 83. But they don't look a day older. They still driving, still going out to eat every day. And I be like, I called. I be like, where y'all at now? I'm like, can y'all please? They haven't let this pandemic stop them from going out. I be like, where y'all at today? Because I know y'all
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
We're gonna go into our shout outs now. Franklin, do you have some shout outs people you like to shout out to, or teams? I know you have a lot in South Carolina, but you have a couple you like.
We have a lot, especially to all the instructors in South Carolina, like D. Hughes, Maxine. We are trying to think of some other instructors, especially like in Charlotte, such as Gilbert, and they always support everything I do. And I try to support them. But anytime I have an event, they always come out and support me. So I just appreciate a lot of the instructors, the other instructors here in South Carolina, North Carolina. And I just thank them for always supporting me every time I do something. I really appreciate it.
That's what it's about, blessing one another. Marquise, you have shout outs today?
Yeah, man. Always, once again, shout out Frankie, giving us your time. We do appreciate you, man, giving us feedback and your experience of what y'all do over in South Carolina. Definitely gives us insight. And also shout out to our people that come through. We do appreciate y'all, man. We know that y'all could be doing anything else, so y'all chose to be here. So we do appreciate it as well. And Queen, for the platform, we do appreciate that as well too. It's definitely necessary.
Appreciate you,
Zandra, with them hard questions. We do appreciate that too. Appreciate you, sister.
All right, Zandra, thank you, Marquise. Zandra, you have some shout outs today?
Well, I think Marquise has covered everybody's shout out today. So,
get it out the way.
Yeah. So I honestly, all I had was really a shout out to that South Carolina line dance family for that love, even for Miss Cheryl Woodhouse, how she left me with those words, love, unity, and peace. And then I missed my girl D on last Sunday. So shout out to my girl D. Love you, lady. And I hope to see you really, really soon. Love you all, line dance family and viewers and all. And Marquise.
Yes, we want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in today. We want to thank Franklin Jones. We want to do a shout out to MGM line dancers from Montgomery, Alabama. Want to give a shout out to the wait a minute, I got it this time.
Go ahead and get it together now. Like the itsy bitsy spider.
Wait, this right, Marquise?
Nah, it's like the itsy bitsy spider right there.
Queen. I got you, Queen. I got you.
Okay. I know it's something like that. So shout out to the 18. And of course, none other than the Line Dance Connection in Tampa, Florida. We want to do a shout out there. And real quick, I have one quick line dance tip that I found. It says line dancing teaches you to actually move your body, improve your balance, and it teaches you how to maintain your own balance while moving to the beat. It helps you to find the beat. Oh, a big one. Staying on beat, on time is critical in any dance, whether by yourself or with someone else. So that's just a tip about line dancing. And I heard you say, Franklin, like you're teaching and they're in the back of the room, they just talking. And I'm going to send you this page that I have. It's called Line Dance Etiquette. And I email it to you and you post it on the board. So what I do in my class, when they back there talking, I'm teaching, all I do is point. And they like, ooh, you in trouble.
Yeah. I put mine in the corner. I go sit them in the corner.
Yeah, they know better. They know that you're trying to teach me out there holding the conversation. Yeah, girl, he was fine. Wait a minute, that had nothing to do with the line dancing, So just want to say that we want to thank you. We appreciate you for coming on the show today. It's been an awesome interview. And right before we close, and those who gave the correct answer for the line dance trivia, hit us up and put the phone number back up. Text me to the number on the screen so that I can get your Cash App and send you your money that you won today. And we want you to know that love is no good unless you give it away. So here is some of ours or some of mine. I'm gonna give you some of mine. And Marquise be
Oh, you catching that, Marquise?
Franklin, you ain't catch my love.
Okay.
Okay.
I was busy watching them all in the corner.
Yeah, so love is no good unless you give it away. Just like you said, it's all about love and having fun. And like today, I send you love. I might not be here tomorrow, but one thing you'll remember is that I sent you some love. And so I try to do that every week. And don't forget our Cash App So you can keep this podcast going. If you'd like to give us a donation, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Some people get 100, 200. We take it all. We're not, so it's Cash App, $ the LDC, or PayPal, paypal.me/Queen Sheila. And we wanted you to know that we love you. We appreciate you all for tuning in today. Thank you, Kevin. He said, great show. I always enjoy it. And we always enjoy having you. And everybody else that tuned in today, Miss D and Melva and Eleanor and everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Huh?
Melvina.
Oh, Melvina. Yes. Melvina. Everyone tuned in today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Franklin, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. We really appreciate you. I can't thank my co-hosts enough. Y'all have, I don't know what's wrong with my mic. Y'all have been awesome as usual. So thank you, everyone. Have a blessed night. And if you missed the podcast, you can always go back and watch it on YouTube and Facebook. Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Franklin, thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
I'm sorry. Hope to see you real soon, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Right. I might have to come to South Carolina, or I might have to send you a plane ticket or something. And since you're a travel agent, you can find the specials, to Tampa. So just let us know when you're coming, okay?
Yeah,
all right.
Love you.
Yeah, love y'all. Everybody have a blessed one, and we'll see you next Sunday, okay?
Love you too, Melva.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.